One Hyde Park, the $1.2 billion London building. If your residents are protected by a multi-million-pound security ring of steel with flats featuring panic rooms, bulletproof glass, and bullet-headed guards trained by special forces, how crazy will that be? Think about it! Yes, this actually happens in real life, and it happens in One Hyde Park. One Hyde Park Knightsbridge is a major residential and retail complex located in London, United Kingdom. The development includes 3 retail units totaling and 86 residential properties, marketed with prices starting at around £20 million. In August 2010, a penthouse in the development was rumored to be sold for £140 million, making it the most expensive residential property in Britain. The $1.2 billion London building in One Hyde Park. In 2006, in partnership with a Qatari investor, they embarked on their most high-profile deal, One Hyde Park in central London. It involved demolishing an existing building in Knightsbridge and building 86 luxury flats, with a reported starting price of £20 million. The penthouse property was reported to have been sold for £140 million. The brothers accused the Qatari royal family of dropping the $3 billion plans for Chelsea Barracks in London after Prince Charles objected to the modernist development. They won a partial victory in 2010. They lost millions of dollars on a property deal in Beverly Hills, California, admitting that they overpaid for the site, but were also undermined by the collapse of one of their investors, the Icelandic bank Kaupthing, one of the wealthiest and most secretive residences. London's One Hyde Park is one of the wealthiest and most secretive residences in the world. Apartments in the Knightsbridge complex cost more than $11,000 a square foot, nearly 3 times the typical price of luxury London real estate. The exclusive residential glass tower in Knightsbridge, developed by property tycoons Christian and Nick Candy, is believed to be the most expensive apartment block in the world. Christian Candy owns separate flats worth £31 million and £26.2 million on the 10th floor. His brother Nick, who recently married Holly Valance, owns a penthouse in the block. Among their neighbors is Project Grande partner and Prime Minister of Qatar, Sheikh Hamid bin Jassim bin Jabir Al Thani. He owns an apartment spread over the 11th, 12th, and 13th floors, worth £12 million. Owners of the apartments. But relatively little is known of the people who own the homes there. Of the 76 apartments sold in the 86-unit building, 64 are registered to corporations, and just 17 are listed as primary residences, according to Nicholas Shaxson, who wrote a great expose on the building in Vanity Fair. Even so, Shaxson and others have found out who some of One Hyde Park's owners are. Fewer than a quarter of the apartments in a luxury £1.2 billion development in central London are permanently occupied by individuals. What happened halfway through development? Then, halfway through the development came the collapse of Lehman Brothers. The penthouses of One Hyde Park have panic rooms into which the wealthy owners can lock themselves if they are in danger. Did Candy ever feel he might need one of them? He certainly did. The credit crunch made him and his brother reduce the range of their commitments and focus all their efforts on One Hyde Park. Candies are masters at orchestrating coverage of their buildings and catching the imagination of the global elite. 70% of properties above £10 million in London are bought by foreign buyers. What's so special about it? This part of London, the southeast corner of Hyde Park, is a dream world, a bubble of its own, full of Mercs and Rolls-Royce, uniformed doormen, and expensively dressed women shopping at Harrods and Harvey Nichols. The wealthiest people in the world, especially the oil-rich princelings of the Middle East, want to live in the capital as it is secure, large enough to permit anonymity, culturally diverse, and conveniently situated for global business. And this bit is the most desirable of all. What's inside? Calling the development One Hyde Park is seen as a masterstroke, affording even greater cachet than its mailing address, 100 Knightsbridge. What do you get for a record-breaking £6,000 per square foot? Naturally, the fittings are state-of-the-art. In the penthouses, alarm clocks can be set to slowly open the skylights to the sound of soothing music, and artworks rotate to reveal TV screens. There's a 22-meter pool, a sauna, steam rooms, a gym, a squash court, and a golf simulator. More subartically, there is a wine cellar and a tunnel to the Mandarin Oriental, through which meals can be served. Candy sees a link up with the Mandarin, which will have 60 staff dedicated to servicing the apartments, as crucial. At the foot of the blocks are showrooms, which will be occupied by companies epitomizing this dream world: Rolex, McLaren sports cars, and the Abu Dhabi Islamic Bank. The material used to build it. The apartments are pierced by 213-foot-long mirrored corridors of glass, anodized aluminum, and padded silk. The living spaces feature dark European oak floors, Wench furniture, bronze and steel statues, ebony, and plenty more marble. Fretted privacy. Slanted vertical slats in the windows prevent outsiders from peering into the apartments. The designer. Designed by the architect, Lord Richard Rogers, who also designed London's iconic Lloyd's building. One Hyde Park has divided Britain. Gary Hersham, managing director of the high-end real estate agency Beauchamp Estates, says it is the finest building in England, whether you like the style or you don't. While investment banker David Charters, who works in Mayfair, says One Hyde Park is a symbol of the times, a symbol of the disconnect. There is almost a sense of the Martians have landed. Who are they? Where are they from? What are they doing? Professor Gavin Stamp of Cambridge University, an architectural historian, called it a vulgar symbol of the hegemony of excessive wealth, an oversized gated community of people with more money than sense, arrogantly plonked down in the heart of London. The curious factor. The really curious aspect of One Hyde Park can be appreciated only at night. Walk past the complex then, and you notice nearly every window is dark. As John Arledge wrote in the Sunday Times, it's dark. Not just a bit dark. Darker, say, than the surrounding buildings, but black dark. But the odd light is on. Seems like nobody's home. That's not because the apartments haven't been sold. London Land Registry records say that 76 had been by January 2013, for a total of $2.7 billion. But of these, only 12 were registered in the names of warm-blooded humans, including Christian Candy in a 6th-floor penthouse. The remaining 64 are held in the names of unfamiliar corporations, 3 based in London, one called One Unique LLC in California, and one Smoothie Co. in Thailand. The other 59 in well-known offshore tax havens, such as the Cayman Islands, the British Virgin Islands, Liechtenstein, and the Isle of Man. What are your thoughts about it? Let us know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Also, hit the bell icon button so that you'll get a notification whenever we post a new video.